Doris Lessing, The Grass is Singing. Mary was in the house of a married friend, sitting on the veranda, with a lighted room behind her. She was alone and heard people talking in low voices, and she caught her name. She rose to go inside and declare herself. It was as typical of her that her first thought was, how unpleasant it would be for her friends to know she had overheard. Then she sank down again, and waited for a suitable moment to pretend she had just come in from the garden. This was the conversation she listened to. She's not 15 any longer, it is ridiculous. Someone should tell her about her clothes. How old is she? Must be well over 30. She was working long before I began working, and that was a good 12 years ago. Why doesn't she marry? She must have had plenty of chances. There was a dry chuckle. I don't think so. My husband was keen on her himself once, but he thinks she will never marry. She just isn't like that at all. Something missing somewhere. Oh, I don't know. She'd make someone a good wife. She's a good sort, Mary. She should marry someone years older than herself. You'll see, she will marry someone old enough to be her father one of these days. There was another chuckle, good-hearted enough, but it sounded cruelly malicious to Mary. She was so naive, so unconscious of herself in relation to other people, that it had never entered her head that people could discuss her behind her back. And the things they had said. She sat there writhing, twisting her hands. Then she composed herself and went back into the room to join her treacherous friends, who greeted her as cordially as if they had not just that moment driven knives into her heart and thrown her quite off balance. She could not recognize herself in the picture they had made of her.